our men all the way from slot 21. Beat those men on the ground. 3-man squad and armed and dangerous and a few men all the way from slot 21. Really cannot defend themselves. And somehow those other players gonna be popping here on their side or on their location. 4-man squad yung mga player natin dito. So as our boys all the way from slot 22. 4 players gameplay. 3 men lang yung kanina na-expect natin dito. I'm sorry, pero we have our slot 22s. QP and Notorious, Mel2s, and also we have Not Me. 4-man squad, pero one player has been knocked down right there and then Pochinki maybe yung mga player natin dito na having the battle back in slot 21. There's slot 11, there's slot 7 natin dito ng Mike D. Pero again, no casualties and no knockdown pa rin dito sa side pero barangay or having those eliminations. Opening fire up yung mga player natin from slot 7 kung nasa yung way about sa mga player natin. Slot 11 having themselves landed, which is Lipovka. Sort of ambush and whoever's gonna be running here in the second floor. But nothing way about niya. Here to definitely show that one player that's planned out that is gonna be doing is not gonna be working out. Most definitely. Dito muna sa mga player natin against slot 19. Rate of 10 all the way to slot 17 and slot 19. So now having a guy to fight then. One player's been knocked down, Zob and Ninjas, and also we have Hannah responding them throughout there kung saan ka meron ng 1-on-3 situation versus our slot 17. Pero I guess alam na rin ng mga slot 17s natin that any moment too soon those boys all the way from slot 19 who they definitely have been eliminated dito sa side nila will be responding at any moment. Situation, 200 situation, one another one bites the dust. Exchange of casualty must definitely be gone. And dust has been served towards one player from slot 19 who they definitely have been eliminated earlier by those men from our slot 17. Everyone is not gonna aware about some slot 19 not until 12 natin. Maybe right now, you know, after knowing that the blue zone are now having its another movement and they are very much deeper inside of the blue zone and thinking that he can, you know, knock those men by holding those men inside of the blue zone with him. He's gonna be having his kamikaze move dito sa side ng mga slot 12 natin. Sacrificing his gameplay lag just to pull those men from slot 12 inside of the blue zone. So the blue zone can damage and can knock those men all the way from a slot 12 down. 3-on-1 situation. Whoever's gonna be working their way dito sa second floor, those men will be knocked down. Shotgun and using that DBS on his stand for a possible quick knockdown. Someone from slot 12 is gonna be popping out here on the second floor where he's now guarding and we're now securing it. But again, turns out that he got himself a knockdown instead of getting snagged down dito sa side ng mga slot 12 natin. We'll be taking one now along with him dito sa side ng mga slot 12 natin dito. Ang mga slot 18s natin or mga barangay natin. It's a mga barangay or slot 18 will be knowing that it will be aware kung nasa last man although we're slot 5 natin, you know, being open fight up right now for the team. Did not think twice even to open fight towards those slot 5 as now is gonna be getting snagged down. And we'll be getting elimination for dito sa side ng mga slot 5s natin dito and most definitely he did. 2 men all the way slot 5 has been knocked down in the process, taking him out earlier dito sa side ng mga slot 8s natin. 1-on-4. Part of the situation most definitely we have G and also we have Kongri. Right now, one player who definitely survived kung nasa reware about the mga slot 8s natin. A big watchdown from that second floor where he's now hiding himself na rin throughout there kung nasa nagkameron na rin ng scouting yung mga slot 8s natin for mga slot 8s natin down dito sa sniper tower kung saan na rin nag-pull up yung one player natin all the way from slot 12 making his move, having that one player from slot 20 eliminated of the game pero slot 24 beat this one guy for that elimination that he's craving towards that one player from slot 20s. Zest, the last man from his squad standing. No one knows most definitely kung nasa yung one player natin all the way slot 204, slot 20, the Zest natin dito. It's him out, slot 24 will be turning up or will be pulling up dito sa side ng mga slot 12 natin dito. This is the making move, grabbing those behind of those slot 24 pero one play then slot 12 edges the blue zone so that he will be safe pero wrong. One play then slot 24 definitely prepared towards the one player of slot 20 that definitely fought his combat earlier inside of the sniper tower. Slot 3s being balagbag din ng mga slot 2 natin. Lagi na perimeter rin nakulasan yung dito sa sniper tower kung saan rin 5 AM. He got himself eliminated out from the game. He definitely survived, recovered from those shots. 2-on-2 situation as of now. Exchange of casualties, most definitely. Buwang match yata yung mga stat 21s natin, stat 6s natin, pero everyone is trying to get those elimination of well dun sa mga opponent nila. Pero barangay all the way from stat 19, one player has been knocked down. Far enough pa rin yung mga play natin dito. For them boys all the way from stat team, you know, to get this finishing touch, to give their finishing touches to watch one player who got knocked down earlier by them. Not far enough yung mga player natin dito, pero looks to me talaga na even though distance pa rin yung mga stat list natin dito for them to be able to make it in time dun sa side yung mga stat list natin. They are definitely making their move. By the time Staten is gonna be pulling up, we'll be arriving just as a spot number of Staten is not those men who got knocked down by them will be the confident, but those boys are really starting to open fire on their way to the spot. Kung nasaan yung mga slot 95 are being open fire by one of the players from slot 8 Staten dito. Slot 8, man, they are definitely calling those men from slot 11 from some sort of 3 and 4 situation. Pero sabi nga lang, be careful what you fish first. The mouth, those slot 11 is gonna be inside ng mga under natin. Those men will be surprised kung anong kayang gawin ng mga slot 11 natin. One player from slot 8 will definitely run up the slot. Play natin all the way slot 11, tossing the water maybe, pero one player from a slot 11 could not resist but to open fire towards the one player from slot 8. Opening fire, get to the side of one player natin. Slot 8. If it's out, slot 8, slot 8 holds up na rin dito. So na those other players from slot 11 will be spot na rin dito sa location niya. Kung nasa nagkakamera nila flash ang one play natin. The using is UMP40 for a possible knockdown. Somehow, it will be on point towards the one player from slot 11 natin. Pero that one player from slot are being open fired at by one of the players from slot 8 natin dito. Slot 8, man, they are definitely calling those men from slot 11 from some sort. Natin din si Bofay all the way from slot 7. Definitely has been the last man starting from his squad. Diversion of being played is somehow those started in zoo. Will be running the end dito sa location the side niya. Will be aiming to open fire inside of smoke pop that he did. Is gonna be having his good visual to one of those men all the way starting to for a possible quick knockdown. There goes your molly inside of that smoke. Alright, male tools natin dito. Far enough para yung one play natin dito. Able to respond again to all the air. Kung natin one play natin doon all the way from slot 7. Who's about to have his 1v1 situation. Kay notorious natin. How notorious one player is. Pero badly wounded din yung one play natin all the way from slot 7. Pero now, it's only that UMP40 for a possible take knockdown. Somehow, he will be hitting his market at the side of most after to deny them. He got himself hit. He got himself damaged. Pero not enough to knock him down from that 1v1 situation. One player them. Everyone is turning up, everyone is charging on dun sa mga position kung nasa nagkakamera na rin ng tunnel vision ng mga players natin dito. Taking the chances, opportunity, one of those other players is busy opening fire and trying to get it knocked down out from those opponents of theirs dito sa location nila. Pero nga lang, ganun pa rin ka-secure yung mga player natin dito sa those location kung saan magpapop up lang yung mga other player natin for some sort of knockdown from them. 3-man squad na lang din yung mga play natin after the knockdown nakuha ng mga play natin dito sa side ng mga status natin, which is yung mga stat lines natin. By grabbing those behind of those stats on the team, so put up squad na mo ng mga play natin dito for some sort of easy knockdown. Another one vice conducted dito sa side ng mga stat fortress natin. Left for dead na nga ba yung mga play natin dito para the blue zone. On the landing back notes out is one player saved out from being knocked down from those other players. Those men are holding those players from stat 14 inside of the blue zone. Gatekeeping on the way, moment definitely occurred. Everyone is turning up, everyone is charging on to some who's under being open fire at the mga player at the same time from our slot 23. 2 of them has been knocked down. Open ground. Yulche be able to have those men grab and have those men recover here in the open. Even though may mga smoke na rin dito, diversion probably. Pero I didn't know somehow they can divert those tension. The mga slot 12 natin towards those snatch na nakuha nila dito sa side. Na mga slot dito natin. There goes your plan out after knowing that those men from slot CAA will be having those men recover. They are now moving inside of the smoke pop. They ginawa na one play natin all the way from slot 3 so that they can have a better view towards those target event dito sa side ng mga slot dito natin. Pero too late na rin. Those men who got knocked down has been recovered na rin and back on 3 players gameplay na rin dito sa side ng mga slot 23 natin. Yunjay finding another way around so that he can get his good angle dito sa side ng mga slot 12 natin. looking opening fire, then continuously another one to the side. Now must not 23 2 down here being open fire at the mga player at the same time from our slot 23, 2 of them has been knocked down. Open ground. 𝐂𝐄𝐋 able to out natin. 𝐂𝐄𝐋 finding another way around so that he can get his good angle dito sa side ng mga not well natin. Looking opening fire then continuously another one dito sa side. Now must not 23 natin. Out through all the smoke, he got himself gagged down by one player from slot 12 run. Ning na rin yung mga slot 12 natin dito sa premises. Gunasan na rin yung mga slot 12 natin. Trying to execute this mission dito sa side ng mga slot 12 natin so that they can turn your view around them. And dito naman sa side ng mga slot 13 natin, which is si Export 44 natin. Who they definitely opened them earlier. Right now, nagkamera din rin ng pinpointing yung mga slot 12 natin kung nasa yung possible area. And the last man all the way from slot 13. Let's go for the bird's eye view with the slot 12. I now finding another good angle for that final touches towards the one play of slot 13. He got himself damage and damage now for him to be able to be eliminated out the game by those boys. Definitely got away to the Kunasa way about one play. Now they don't know the way slot 14. So don't fight. Everyone is having that hesitation hindrance to work their way into the second floor. Kunasa si McCoy all the way from slot 14. Whoever's gonna be working their way on their way up, those men will be knocked down the well. So waiting for the possible knockdown that he can take again. Dito sa side ng mga slot 8, not an enemy of my enemy will be my friend in a moment too soon because of those slot 13. And pulling up the red kung nasa yung way about sila dito. Holding those men down yung pinaka mission maybe ng mga player natin dito. Pinowing na rin kung nasa yung way about some other player natin dito. From slot 5 versus slot 23s. 4 on a 300 situation. EV, another one bites the dust dito sa side ng mga slot EV. Stop for you. Again, those men can't wait to get his knocked down to the side. He's not. He got himself knocked down. Too much pick out that he did to the side. The most not. He definitely did one. He definitely got one to the side. The most not. He definitely got away to the Kunasa. Perimeter most definitely has been checked by those slots. Waiting Kunasa then. Magkakamera sila rotation any moment. Susunod sa Mel. Shot 21. Will be focusing their open fire again to the side. The most not. He's not. Number 1. Kung nasa natin tayo mga play natin pero out ay top 17 ano big confused na rin kung nasa way about 5 one play there people definitely need a jump shot but again he definitely caught that shotgun shot towards a successful great shotgun the one who's been fired them early but one player then most definitely pops out and having that one player's back protected. Slot 20s, 1-4. Plenty update has been given by those men all the way from slot 13. I don't know, it's a mouse slot 1-4. Slot 20. Riding their feet into the side of update. That's all the way from slot 13. This perimeter most definitely has been checked by the rather left side corner. We have our slot 5 that are being checked in the third wide side all the way from our slot 13. They come in the spot right now. Slot 13 and up being a sitting down towards the start of a play not in the target here on the open with those other players and those other players. I am the other matchups with those target and being eliminated one by one by our boys all the way to South Phase. Standing the perimeter, higher ground, especially kung nasa na rin nagkameron ng covering position ng mga slot 13s natin. Top 15 on their hand has been the target of those slot 5s earlier from the open fight that they did. Last man from the squad being rushed. Now must now 5 natin. 1-on-2 situation that he know. Now he can win this match. Pero he's holding his last 12K shotgun. If Samahia will be on point towards your target at the side of Snap 5, that's one down almost at him from Snap 5. Most Devin pops out all the way behind of him. Who the devil had his knocked down first to the side of Snap 5. Nothing without that backup. The one player from Snap 5 will be done. 4-on-3 situation, keeping themselves distance away from those other players from Snap 5 as you can see. And after that match, they are definitely going to recognize the way about sa ngayon ng mga Snap 5 natin. Open ground, every player of Slot 5 and will be having themselves here The blue zone are pushing those boys all the way from slot 5 here in the open with those slot 3s and waiting for them. Pero CIA cannot wait any longer. They're not going to be letting the blue zone knock those target events down to the side of slot 5 Natem. They're going to be taking the glory by eliminating those target events to the side of slot 5 Natem inside of the blue zone, having a lot of round shots. One player from slot 5 is doing as of now is battling the blue zone and damage. One by Sadas into the side of slot 3 natin dito sa slot 19. Last man standing. Right now, still shorting the perimeter na nagkunasan yung whereabouts ng mga slot 19s natin, trying to have those men confused kung nasaan yung whereabouts niya. Pero good luck with that. Slot 19 is not definitely confused kung nasaan nag-pull over yung one player natin dito na si X44. 1-on-2 situation and momentum soon. 2-on-4 situation. 2-on-1 situation will be happening here. Maybe he's going to be trying to clutch those men out to the side of the slot 90s natin dito, or maybe not. One player has been knocked down again dito naman sa side of the player natin all the way from slot CIA. KZ Fear has been eliminated of the game, as you can see by our men all the way slot 4 probably. Pero 2-on-2 situation pa rin. Fear, Owie, they go siya knockdown dito naman sa Yasnaya pull na yan kung saan nag-pull up yung mga other player natin dito. Pero whoever has the corners with, those men are being displayed by your one by Sadas dito sa side ng mga statistics natin dito. So, as a slot ng pa rin dito sa side ng mga stop 14 as the CIA. Hindi ko lang na yung mga player natin dito. Everyone, nasa yung way about sa mga player natin dito. Stop mga player natin dito for some sort of 100% knockdown. Gaya na ginagawa ng mga player natin all the way sa CIA. He's not being open fight at them by one of the players stop 20s. Pero right now, he is able to dodge his open fight those bullets. There's a one player stop 20 most definitely now standing. Last man from his squad, one player, McCoy 911, trying to have this flush out moment that he did to the side of Mostat, not started those stats who will forward. He has those player down one by one, and probably one player of slot 14 will be remaining as squad as possible in letting those slot 204 to take over this fight team. And whoever's gonna be winning this board for this situation, McCoy all the way from slot 14 will be having those face off. And one player slot 20 vision of being cornered in slot kung nasaan nagkamera ng attention, one player natin doon to knock one dito sa side ng Mos ng friend, dito sa side ng Mos 14 as the CIA. And hindi ko alam na rin mga our slot 214 and are being put to rest by those CIA agents. And who are gone tagging the sprinter na kunasyon knocking niya dito sa side ng mga slot 214 natin or slot 20s natin. Pero defense story pa rin dito sa side ng mga slot 214 natin, even though 3-man squad na lang yung mga play natin dito, still couldn't be able to take one away dito sa side ng mga slot 214 natin. Ganon ka-hid and ganon ka-tucked away yung mga slot 214 natin doon sa mga play natin all the way from slot 23s. Pero against slot 23 natin, they cannot wait and will go for them to be able to knock one again dito sa side ng mga slot 214 natin. They're gonna be running up the rin dito kung nasan mga slot 20 natin dito one player. So knockdown gonna be able to have his time to have this one player jubilate out from being knocked down though. Slot 23 lacking one guy, opening fire round, second for that one player attempting to have his ring around the rosy vulnerable spot that was not natin now being grabbed by the for him to be able to win the match versus those last rounds. 3 of them have been annihilated on the game ring around the rosy. Everyone is doing finding another hideout. Habang di pa rin nagkakameron ng relocation ng movement ng zone natin. Shots fired, letting those other players know that ay gunasa yung whereabouts sila and having those locations of them compromised, pero nga lang about to open fire to one of the players, Stat 204, who's been opening fire up inside the smoke compound, making scene na nando silang lahat pero nakascattered and naka-fan out to one natin. Yung mga possible position with those other players will be taking for a possible knockdown from the open fight na ginawa na one player natin earlier. It's that compound and being posted by one of the players of Stat 20. Wrist stickers the just to put those target them down to the so far so good. Yung plan out the most Stat 214 long. Those men most definitely respond quickly after being knocked down by those Stat 21s. And again, those men are back on the 4-man squad about to get outside of the blue zone. Last man was Stat 21 is up front, 214 against Stat 11s naman dito, same clan but different squad. Hearing a lot of engine roar coming from those engines are vehicle na mas not the way it was natin, pero no shot has been fired. Wala pa rin kasi sila dito magandang angle pa rin to be able to take their shot. That's when the one that are doing driving on the plant kung nasaan naka-retain, naka-post taking, naka-plant yung mga slot 11s natin. Receive some shots, some damage from those guns, yung mga slot 11s natin, pero not enough pa rin to knock this bad boy down from that drove around na ginawa niya dito sa path or dito sa location kung saan naka-post taking na rin for a possible ambush yung mga slot 11s natin. But from the open fight na ginawa ng mga slot 11s, those men most definitely respond quickly up to this earlier. Those men most definitely stealing those kills ng mga slot 6s natin dito, which is mga slot 11s natin. Alright, situation one playing on being spotted, no hesitation, buying some time, maybe after that knockdown that he did, definitely got into the side about starting this natin. Let's go for the first time, you still not losing his hope, not letting his guards down, opening fire, still putting dito sa side naman ng mga slot 20s natin. Pero the blue zone is not gonna allowing those slot 20 to have that one player rejuvenate any moment too soon. Right now, one player of slot 16 choosing to have this rejuvenation process after being knocked down by one of the players of slot 20s. Slot 20s are also doing the same. Having that one player, BARANGAY, cannot wait any longer, finding another player from slot 20, when those men from slot 20 will be vulnerable for a possible knockdown. Following up with a nade, 3-point shot.
Squatter House Gaming. Heto na sa laban, di ka uurungan ng mga malupit sa milay. Sumabay, sabay kasabit at lahat magingay. Malabuhawi pag bumakbak, sa pandinig lahat isaksak. Pag di ka tumago ako'y asintado, ito'y aprobado, ika'y sagalpak. May lalim at lawak, galawang mahusay, may tutok lumapat, galawang matibay, lihiti munggang. Kami ang patunay, may tutok sa clash, kaya kung tumibay, sambala ka lang. Yan ang sigurado, galawan na smooth, medyo agresibo, maingat na kilos na parang plinano sa diyang palaban. Yan ang Pilipino, solido bumanat, tapat ka sa sentro, sabay na sa game, basag ka sa flame. Kapag bumalasa, pasok to sa lasa, lihiti mong bara, wasak ka sa main. Subukan mang umiwas ay di ka makakatakas, sigurado ko sa pulat, lahat ay malalakas at wala matitira kung di kami lang malakas. Huwag ka boy umasa na kami ay mapitas, gamay ko na ito kaya malabo mga paa. Babatukan lang kita hanggang ikaw ay madapado, durugin lang kita sabay tipi sa muka. Ewan ko na lang kung tatalog sa tuwa, asa ka sa tiyamba na kami inyo madali. Tirang talikuran ay alis ito palagi, ibahin mo kami pare pag kami ang umatake. Di basta-basta padali kaya huwag ka makapate, baka di mo kilala isa ito sa malakas. Motivational speaker panapat ko sa alas, sila lang taga-utas ng mga nagmatigas, walang kinakatakutan labanan hanggang wakas. Legit na veterano sa paggamit ng barel, di nagbimintis, asintado kumitel. Kabilang to sa pinakamahusay na dapat mo igalang dahil di mo kalibel. Kung di ka kalibel, panoorin mo na lang mga shoutcaster, tanggapin mo na lamang mga sharpshooter. Kami lang ang sakalam, lagi last hater, kaya iyak talunan. Mga tira nyo kasi hindi inaasinta, tapos yung isang kasama mo nag-aasim pa. Kaya payo ko sa'yo, sige mag-practice pa. Nakatutok na kami, kayo ay puro plan pa. Ganito kami katibay para di margibyado, kabisado ang galaw. Bago sumabak sa duelo dito, matnira matibay at kami na ang panalo. Walang pwede makapigil at kami ang hari dito.